You are exhausted. You are exhausted because you have spent your entire life fighting shadows that don't exist. You wake up with a knot in your stomach, checking your phone to see who liked your post, who left a snarky comment, or who is doing better than you today. You walk into a room and immediately scan the faces to see if they approve of you, if they respect you, or if they are whispering behind your back. You think the world is a battlefield where you must constantly defend your dignity, but the truth is far more pathetic. You are a prisoner in a cage made of your own ego. You aren't fighting a cruel world, you are fighting a reflection in a well, and it is killing you. Let's talk about Koda. Koda was a young lion with a mane like burnt gold and muscles that could shatter bone. By all objective measures, he was the king of the savannah. But Koda didn't feel like a king. He felt like a victim. He lived in a constant state of high alert, convinced that his authority was being undermined by invisible enemies. He spent his days patrolling the borders of his territory, not to enjoy the land, but to make sure no one was disrespecting him. He was obsessed with his image. He wanted the hyenas to fear him, the zebras to admire him, and the other lions to envy him. His entire sense of self-worth was glued to the opinions of animals he didn't even like. One scorching afternoon, Koda came across an ancient, stone-lined well near the edge of the forest. The water inside was deep, dark, and still as a mirror. When Koda looked over the edge, he didn't see water. He saw a challenger. There in the depths was another lion, staring back with the same golden mane and the same fierce expression. Koda let out a low, guttural growl to warn the intruder. To his horror, the lion in the well growled back. The movement of the water made the reflection seem to snarl with a ferocity Koda had never seen. In that moment, Koda's ego took the reins. He didn't think, "This is strange." He thought, "How dare he look at me that way? Does he know who I am?" He let out a roar that shook the birds from the trees, a roar intended to assert his dominance and crush the spirit of his rival. But the lion in the well roared back with equal intensity, the sound echoing off the stone walls, doubling in volume until Koda's own ears throbbed. He spent the next 6 hours screaming into the darkness. He clawed at the stones until his paws bled. He paced around the well, baring his teeth, growing more frantic with every passing minute. He was starving, he was dehydrated, and his throat was raw, but he couldn't leave. He believed that if he walked away, the other lion would win. This is exactly how you are living your life. Every time someone criticizes your work, every time a friend leaves you out of a plan, every time a stranger gives you a look you don't like, you are standing over that well. You are growling at a reflection. You think that by defending yourself, by arguing, by proving them wrong, you are protecting your honor. But there is no honor in fighting a ghost. You are wasting your precious life force trying to defeat an image of yourself that exists only in the minds of others. You are so afraid of appearing weak that you have become the weakest version of yourself, a man who can be controlled by a single comment. I know what it feels like to be Koda. I've spent nights staring at a screen, my blood boiling because someone I've never met said something mean about a project I poured my heart into. I felt like I had to respond. I felt like I had to set the record straight. I thought that if I let that comment stand, it would somehow diminish my value. I was a girl trying to build a career, but I was doing it for the wrong reasons. I wasn't building for the sake of the work, I was building for the sake of the applause. And when the applause turned into whispers or silence, I felt like I was drowning. I was Koda, screaming into the well, bleeding for a rival that was just my own insecurity looking back at me. Both Stoicism and the Buddha have been trying to tell us the same truth for thousands of years. The world is neutral, but your mind is a filter. The Stoics would tell Koda that the lion in the well is an externality. It is something he cannot control. Marcus Aurelius would say, "Discard your misperceptions and you are saved." The Buddha would go deeper. He would tell Koda that the lion in the well isn't even a lion. It's an illusion born of ahankara, the eye maker. The only reason the reflection bothers Koda is because Koda is obsessed with the I. If there is no I to be insulted, there is no insult. The pain doesn't come from the water, it comes from the bells of the ego. The tragedy of the ego is that it convinces you that you are the center of the universe while simultaneously making you a slave to everyone in it. Think about it. If you care what everyone thinks, you have effectively given everyone a remote control to your nervous system. Your boss, your ex, the guy at the grocery store, they all have their fingers on the buttons. They can make you feel like a king or a piece of trash with a single word. Is that power? Is that success? No, that is a prison. A king who is afraid of a reflection is not a king. He is a court jester who hasn't realized he's wearing the bells. Koda's pride eventually became his death sentence. As the sun began to set, his mind was so warped by rage and exhaustion that he lost the ability to distinguish between reality and the story he was telling himself. He looked down one last time, saw the enemy baring its teeth, and decided that the only way to find peace was to destroy the intruder. He gathered the last of his strength and leaped into the well. He didn't hit a rival, he hit cold, indifferent water. He clawed at the surface, searching for something to fight, something to grip, but there was nothing. He drowned in the darkness, struggling against a shadow, while the real world outside went on, completely indifferent to his victory or his defeat. This is the coup d'etat of your life. The people you were trying so hard to impress or defeat aren't even thinking about you. They are at their own wells, fighting their own reflections. You are ruining your health, your relationships, and your potential to win a war where there are no other soldiers. The other lion doesn't care if you win. The other lion doesn't exist. When you finally stop caring about the reflection, you don't lose your edge, you gain the world. You become the lion who drinks from the well and walks away satisfied, regardless of what the water shows. We have a community here of people who are done jumping into the well. We are the ones who are learning to look at the reflection and laugh. We understand that our value is not up for debate. If you are ready to stop being a slave to your ego and start being the master of your soul, then you need to be here. Hit the subscribe button and turn on notifications because we are going to keep dismantling these mental traps until you are finally free to walk the savannah in peace. We don't care about your reputation, we care about your character. To change your life, you have to start practicing radical non-reaction. The next time someone says something that triggers your ego, I want you to imagine you are standing over that well. See the reflection snarling at you, feel the heat in your chest, and then do the most powerful thing a human can do. Nothing. Do not roar back. Do not explain yourself. Do not try to win. Just walk away. The moment you walk away, the enemy disappears. The moment you stop feeding the I, the suffering dies of starvation. Imagine a life where you are unoffendable. Imagine how much energy you would have if you weren't constantly repairing your public image. You could use that energy to build a business, to master a craft, to actually help people. You are currently a blunt instrument because you are hitting the water over and over again. To become sharp, you must stop hitting things that aren't there. You must become a professional with your own mind. You must realize that your ego is not your friend. It is a parasite that lives on the drama of your reactions. The world will call you cold, It will call you arrogant because it cannot control you anymore. Let them. Their labels are just ripples on the surface of the well. They don't change the depth of the water. You are writing a new story now. It's the story of a person who stopped looking for validation in the eyes of others and started looking for truth in their own actions. This is the only path to a success that doesn't leave you empty. This is the only way to be a real king. As you go through your day today, pay attention to the roars in your head. Every time you feel the urge to prove you are better or right, recognize it as the wild animal within. Don't hate it, but don't let it drive the car. Sit with the discomfort of being misunderstood. Sit with the fear of being seen as less than. In that stillness, you will find a version of yourself that cannot be drowned. You will find the person you were before the world told you who you should be. This is your first day of sovereignty. Use it to build something that doesn't depend on anyone's approval but your own. The most dangerous thing about the well is that it feels productive. You feel like you're fighting for your rights, standing up for yourself, or protecting your brand. But while you're busy winning an argument with a reflection, your real life is passing you by. Your dreams are gathering dust. Your energy is being siphoned off by people who don't even know your middle name. We have built a sanctuary here, a community of people who are done with the performance. We are the ones who have decided that our peace is not for sale and our attention is not up for auction. We are learning to be the riders of the horse and the masters of the lion. If you are tired of being a puppet to every comment, every look, and every setback, then you belong with us. Hit that subscribe button and turn on the notification bell right now. Not because I want more numbers, but because you need a constant reminder that you are the mountain, not the weather. We are peeling back the lies of the ego every single week, and I don't want you to miss the one insight that finally sets you free. And before you go, I want to see you take the first step towards sovereignty. Look at the war you are currently fighting. Is it a real threat, or is it just a reflection in the well? Is it a project that moves your life forward, or just a battle to prove someone wrong? Drop a comment below and name your reflection. Simply writing it down, naming the beast, is the first step to taming it. Let's start the process of radical subtraction right here in the comments. Stop drowning in the shallow water of other people's opinions. Walk away from the well. Your kingdom is waiting for you, but you can't see it as long as you're staring at the bottom of a hole. Stay focused, stay sovereign, and most importantly, stop roaring at the shadows. I'll see you in the next one.